Okay, are you all ready? Let's start. Okay, I can see you. Okay, thanks for joining on this Midpoint workshop 2020. I hope all of you are okay with this season. Okay, this is our agenda. Can you see my agenda? Okay. So this is a welcome statement, and we will have course introductions for 542, 547, and 597. And we will have a question and answer and a survey session. As I mentioned in the chatting window, this will be recorded and posted in public. So your video is optional. Please mute your audio unless you have questions. It is good to use chatting window to ask questions anytime you have. And then we will go over all questions later. So these are the remaining classes of yours: software verification and validation, software measurement, and the software maintenance, and the project course. And importantly, you should complete a graduation check, which is called the grad check on the campus. So we will explain this soon. So for introduction to Neuroscience 542, verification and validation, Dr. Ning Chen is supposed to teach this course, but he has a family emergency in this week, so he cannot join us, unfortunately. Of course, it is not related to the COVID things, but has some emergency family. So for this course, I wish you visit our webpage, courses. So you can see all courses in the webpage. And then you can find out verification and validation 542 here. And then please find out the textbook and review this textbook by yourself for this time. And you will meet your instructor soon from the next week. So we go over to the next class, Introduction to Computer Science 547, Software Measurement. So Dr. Cong will present this course.
Okay, Joe, I guess I have to stop your screen sharing. Is that okay?
So I changed the settings so that multiple participants can share simultaneously. So hopefully that works.
Okay. 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 Hopefully you can all see this. First, welcome. Time flies, I guess. Congratulations to everyone. You are halfway done with the degree program, and also under this, I guess, very unique, very tough situation. I hope everybody is safe and, you know, managing your work, managing your family, and hopefully this semester managing the schoolwork. I always say, you know, our MSE students are not easy. Okay, so you all have, most of you have a full-time job, so you have a career, busy, and, you know, we all know in IT, you know, a lot of overtime. And also, you know, everybody in the age, probably around age, have a family, kids, you know, so that's also a lot of work. And now you also take on challenge degree program study. So you have to balance all that. So far, I think you all have done a great job and halfway there. Congratulations. So I'm going to spend a little time, talk a little bit about the software measurement. I have posted most of the lecture material, and some of the work is supposed to in titanium. Okay, so you can start early and read the syllabus, look at all the important dates. Okay, so do a planning. So we all know, I think Dr. Joe also mentioned, to do well in an online or virtual environment, discipline, a good planning, the key. Okay? And MSE, since you all work, so discipline seems, it's not an issue. And sometimes maybe you need to do a little better planning in terms of the coursework, in terms of your daily work, in terms of other stuff. Okay, so online is flexible, so ways anytime, anywhere, set up some milestone, and hopefully you can take on all the tasks effectively. The book we're going to use for this class, this is the main book, is Measuring the Software Process. There are lots of software measurement book. Okay, so we actually check many of them. So this one is kind of unique. One of the, this is probably the only book, or one of the better books, covering statistical process control for software development, for software process improvement. So this is also the one used by SEI some time ago when they conduct software measurement training. Okay? And so this is the only book with some examples, software examples in terms of using control chart. Okay? And the majority of all the related books.
Excuse me, Ben.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Ben. Have you shared your screen?
Yes. You cannot see it?
On my computer, I cannot see, so I don't know.
So for me, what I had to do was, because when Dr. Cong first started speaking, I was still seeing Dr. Joe's slides, but
Right.
at the top, there's a little section on mine that says View Options. And then under shared screens, I can select to view Dr. Cong's or Dr. Joe's.
Oh, so I guess now we're using the feature of allow multiple screen sharing.
Yeah. So you might have to manually select to see Dr. Cong's slides through that way.
Okay, sorry about that.
Or are all students know this?
I haven't gotten any questions in the chat about it yet, so I'm assuming everything was fine, but I'll explain it to them as well in case anyone's having some trouble there.
Okay.
Would you write it on the chat? So.
Yep, I'll do that.
Okay. Do I need to do anything or stop sharing, do it again, or just continue?
I think you can continue because it's been fine for me, and so far students haven't really been talking about any issues. So I'm assuming it's been fine until then.
Okay, thanks. Okay, so I guess the book, you can probably order the book online. I assume university bookstore, so they probably have a way allow you to do that, and also Amazon. I'm sure you can get the book from Amazon. Okay, so this is the textbook we're going to use. And, I listed a few other references books. I'm probably going to provide more, particularly I'll provide just like what I did last semester, and some of the current stuff, maybe blog articles, some of the, I'll point to the links that you might be able to read some more current and also interesting topics regarding the software measurement. Okay. And I know you also are going to take 542 this semester in that textbook. So if you look at the chapter 11 to chapter 16, and they're going to talk about a lot of defect analysis. So that actually is one of the main component of the software measurement, and majority of your organization, you all have a metrics for software quality. Okay, so I think those chapters will definitely can help. statistical techniques is one of the topics in this class. The reference number 2, this is the best statistics book I have ever read. They have a lot of great example, not enough software, but excellent book, easy to read. And if you're interested in maybe reviewing the topic, probably this will be the best book. So we're gonna still study some of the CMI. I'll try, we figure out how we take care of the IP issue, cover 2.0. And I list a few other reference books. So the reference book, you don't have to buy it. It's just, for some of you, if you are interested in the topic, you want to learn a little bit more. And here are some of the other references you might be able to check. Okay, the classwork, since I think we have gone through this in 546 last semester, so we're going to do something similar. I do like the discussion board. This is as I mentioned before, we have a lot of experienced people in the class. Okay, so many of you have many years practical experience in some aspect in software development, software process improvement, or project management, or something else. Okay, a lot of lessons learned. Okay, so through a discussion board, we can learn from each other. Okay, and I'm gonna have about 8 topics, just like many of you did last time. You think deep about the topic and give the best insight. And so I do encourage everybody read everything on the discussion board. I do that too. Okay? I read everything. And also, in discussion board is also a place maybe we can review some of the topic we covered. And participation is the most important factor. So usually when I grade a discussion board question, you just need to do it on time, give a reasonable, good effort. The grading is very generous for discussion board. So we have a final exam. Basically summarize what we have done. You don't have to memorize anything, but basically apply what you learn in solving some specific problem, or using example. You probably can see I like to use the example to illustrate how you might apply some of the concepts. So there will be a group assignment, okay? And for the final exam is individual work. Done, open book, open notes, but close friend. Okay, so do it yourself. And a group assignment, you can work as a group, and sometimes you may have to do some research. And so I will use this also as an opportunity to cover some most current development in the area. So there will be a one-term project, and I have posted the possible project topic on Titanium, so you can take a look. And it's flexible, and again, you can form a team, same team like last semester, or you want to make some change, that's fine. Send me the abstract, the scope of the work, objective, a team assignment. Let's reach some sort of agreement. After I got my approval, just go ahead, proceed with the project. Learning by doing. Okay, so it's always an important thing, and any aspect. Okay, so for project, I do encourage maybe you have some very specific thing you can do, and also go deep. Okay, so you don't have to cover everything. Okay, in all those effort, I do encourage innovation. So you have an innovative idea, you'll have based on so in the past 10, 20 years, there have been a lot of change in software engineering area. A lot of new methodology, and a lot of new idea, new concept. So, be adaptive. Okay? And so hopefully through all the coursework, so we work together and maybe reach some sort of a good understanding about the topic. Okay? Software management is kind of unique. And this is, I guess a little bit different from most of the courses you have taken before. And like just one example. So even up to now, we don't have the best way of measuring software size. Okay, so whatever the method we have in use, you can find some issue with them. So this is typical, okay? And I might curve a little bit, depends on the performance down. So, but if you like over 90%, for sure, I'll give you A, 80, a B, guaranteed, and so on. Okay, so I might curve down a little bit based on the performance. Okay, so just talk a little bit about the course objective. So the key is hopefully I can help you. We can work together to learn how metrics can be effectively used in help you identify problem, identify risk area, help you analyze deep what's the problem, and help you validate the result or effectiveness of your improvement of your action. Okay, so it's basically like providing a light to your process. Okay, so make your project process transparent, make your process improvement process transparent. And obviously we need to measure, we do need to measure what matters. And so there is a book I'm gonna mention, it's used by Google. So they do OKR. The title of the book is Measure What Matters. It's a bestseller. I'm gonna, I just read the book recently, so I have not had a chance to put that in the slide yet. So, that's what I'm going to try to do. And also I'm going to help you to maybe understand how metrics is used in CMI context, and particularly high maturity, level 4, level 5. And one of the highlight of the book, so when you read the book, chapter 4, chapter 5, chapter 6, those are the best part of the book. Help you understand how statistical process control using control chart can be applied for software context. So, like Raytheon, I saw Mark, so you guys are doing all that semi level 4, level 5 stuff, and this book, okay, will actually give you the insight, explain why and how. Okay, so this will be, and also one thing, we're gonna, I'm gonna post a couple of questions on that in the discussion board. Make sure you understand all the examples given in chapter 4, chapter 5, chapter 6. Okay, so those are excellent examples. I'll also maybe sharing, and we all together, some of the best practice recent years in the industry. So, so basically, maybe we can figure out how we can apply metrics in our software setting. So that will be the overall objective. Okay, and I'm not going to go through all the detail of this. So this is based on the textbook. Okay, and so give you some timeline, flexible. Okay, so if you are you have more free time early part, you do more. Maybe you do more in the middle. So plan your work accordingly. And so I already provide all the dates, due date for different work. So I want you to go through this, so we cover some of the basic stuff. And we also cover some of the CMI related stuff dealing with metrics. Okay, and we talk about planning for measurements. So that's a textbook, collecting data. Okay, and one of the key concepts here is so-called operational definition, how you can make sure the data you collected are comparable, okay, and so consistent. Okay, so there are some of the issues involved, and we're gonna cover a little bit about some of the basic statistics we need to know, and some of the basic concept about high maturity. Okay. And one of the, I guess, highlight of this class is analyze process behavior. So understand variation. For example, this happened in everywhere, during the software development process. For example, suppose we have a testing team doing system test. You're using the same environment, same testing environment, okay? Same testing team, same testing criteria, same testing coverage, in terms of testing cases and, everything. But every time you conduct a system test, the defect density discovered will always be different. right? So that's called process variation. Every time you go through the same thing, you got different result. What's the cost? What cost leads to finding more defect or less? And what's the normal range? What is considered too high? What is considered too low? And those information actually sometimes are very useful and also important. So, a process, statistical process control is about understanding the variation. And so which give you insight. So you can actually have a targeted improvement, and also you probably can get, the best possible result. Do more with less. Okay, so you can devote your resources into the right spot. So control chart is, I guess, hopefully everybody learned this. And so you learn process thinking. Hopefully we have done that. You learn, so here's another thing, the measurement thinking, statistical thinking. Okay, so, and hopefully after this class, you might, be equipped with some of the skills in the area. So, you might be able to apply some of this analysis technique, metric technique in your current project. Okay. And so process behavior control chart, so that will be the highlight of the class. Okay, so we're going to talk about the concept of what's a stable process, so you can quantitatively understand the past, quantitatively control the present, quantitatively can predict the future, okay? And also how we go from stable process to capable process. So this is dealing with, you go from level 4 in CMI and also to level 5, okay? So this is basically what, in terms of specific subject, that's what we're gonna cover. So here is the list of all kind of possible project topics. I really don't like to do this, but just give you some hints, some idea. You are not bounded by this at all, okay? And so recent time, there are a lot of work done in metrics in agile environment, in Kanban, the next generation of Lean, DevOps, or some sort of hybrid stuff, okay? Or some unique context. Okay, so anything like that, I think will be good. So I also list some of the classic, old, traditional software measurement work. So have a team. When you have a team, discuss and find something interesting that you are interested. When you are interested in something, it's better. You got more motivation to do a good job. Okay. So here. The date, I already posted the possible topic online already, so take a look. So there's some due date, okay? And hopefully by around mid of September, we can reach a common understanding about your project scope and how you're gonna do it. And so there's some due date and a deadline, okay? So thank you for your attention. So another thing, since I'll be teaching all my classes in a Zoom, in a virtual environment. I'm going to have a couple of office hours using Zoom during the semester. I'll post the link and the time in Titanium. So, if you want to drop in, if you have any question, you're welcome to also not just email. Okay, so we can just join my office hour. Maybe we can discuss, learn from each other a little bit more. Okay, thank you for your attention. Okay, any question, or do I answer a question at the end?
So there are a couple questions in the chat.
Oh, I'm reading it. Okay, thanks. So let me see. Okay. Textbook. Let's see. Online first for free? I don't know. Probably not for free, right? Okay, so screen. Then as what I posted online, up to 6 people. Okay, so for a project team, for a team, up to 6. That's what I did. I think you just try to be consistent with past, and also try to be consistent with other faculty.
Any other questions?
This is maybe a question for Dr. Show or Camille. I got an email from, I guess, CSU Fullerton about them saying we're moving away from titanium. Is that going to affect us at all, or maybe I missed that?
Not this semester. Dr. Joe, would you like to explain the transition from Moodle to Canvas?
This year is a transition time. So from next summer, I believe, next year, summer, Canvas will be required. So before that, both titanium and the Canvas will be used by individual faculties differently. So yep. It's our time to learn new environment for us as well.
So if you guys are going to graduate next May, yeah, I'm using titanium. I'm right now just too busy, too lazy in a way to do the transition. But you guys will not be affected, I think, because the new system will not. We don't. We have to do it, I think, after next summer. So by that time, you guys graduate already, right? So this cohort will graduate in May. So
if you cannot graduate, you have to learn new system.
Thank you.